Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Onyx, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be at about 2 hours, and we'll be flying. Bags and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Weird Wednesday. What's up, Jamie?
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey. Another week, another day, another dollar. Something like that.
Day late, dollar short for me. Let's go.
What's up, Mary? How's it going, Wolfie? What's happening, Royal?
I'm getting into YouTube right now.
How's everybody been doing? We missed last week because I was at a rock and roll show. It wasn't really rock and roll. It was more of a jazz show. A funky jazz show. With lots of bass.
Lots of bass. Love that bass.
All about the bass.
Because it's all about the bass. That's what Megan Taylor's song.
Yep.
Or she's singing about her AS.
Royal says, how's my arm? Well, let's just say I could be on The Walking Dead and they could save on some makeup. It's still looking a bit kind of like The Walking Dead arm. Yep. Looks beautiful, ain't that's a beaut, Clark. Yeah, that's me. Walking Dead arm.
Clark.
That's a beaut, Clark. Would you like a cold beer? Well, yeah, here you go. Yeah, I was telling Jamie earlier, I went on a bike ride right before sundown, and between my janky Walking Dead arm with the huge lump on it still and my screwed up shoulder on the other arm, I felt every crack in the sidewalk, every bump on the road, everything that I hit on the bike going 20 miles an hour. And yeah, left for a bike ride and came back with a headache. Oh, getting old sucks. And being hurt sucks. But hey, it's better than the alternative, I suppose. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder.
What's that?
Huh? The alternative?
What's the alternative?
To not growing old?
Oh.
pushing up daisies, have real Walking Dead arms. Just walk around.
That's true. Brains.
Send more paramedics.
That's what people need these days, are brains.
Brains. Yeah, Wolfie, the west coast of Florida got their asses kicked. Back. I mean, we got damage over here, and like my town flooded and all, but you know, it can all be fixed. I don't know if some of Southwest Florida. Man, I feel for those people. It's bad.
One of the boardwalks went down. Like, wasn't there a boardwalk that went down over there?
Oh yeah, there's like everything went down in some parts of that. Like Fort Myers looked like a freaking nuclear bomb went off.
I was trying to think because, you know, the year when Jersey got hit and the whole pier and boardwalk at Jersey Shore got, you know, washed away.
Yeah.
And I think they actually have a lot of it back. I'm not sure how much is back or not, but I can't remember how long it took to even get that far.
Yeah. Yeah, there's boats, man. Boats are just piled up on, there's boats like piled up on top of each other, like way inland. Like,
I was watching them try to pull them out.
Yeah. There's boats, there's houses. I mean, we had a couple of houses here. One of them's about to fall in the ocean. You know, I did a video a couple of years ago when I think it was Matthew or whatever came in. We had a house that fell in the ocean. Well, there's another one now, you know, and there's actually a couple, but one of them's, it's been marked like, you know, unlivable dangerous because that thing is going to fall into the water like any day. But, you know, I mean, hey, that's the price of living on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean, or any ocean for that matter. You know, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. You know, that's why I get all up in arms. I don't think my tax dollars should help pay for people that live on the beach, you know, to save their houses. I mean, if my house, I live in the ghetto over here, if my house gets blown down, ain't nobody going to help Rob rebuild his house. Ain't no tax money coming my way.
It's like Pacifica out here, where, you know, in Half Moon Bay, Pacifica on Highway 1, they have all these beautiful houses right on these eroding cliffs. And not that long ago, I showed you how the houses were just sliding down the cliffs. But when you buy that house, you know that you are on eroding land, which is constantly being beat on by the ocean.
Yep.
And when we have floods, things like that, it just starts to eat away. I mean, you just know it's a matter of time. And these other houses sliding, and, you know, sure enough, you know, people I know and families up there, and, you know, houses washed away, and some of them were getting mad at, you know, the county and everything. But it's like,
you know,
you knew that you're living over the ocean.
If you're going to build a house on the edge of the ocean, you know, hopefully you're in a position to where, you know, hey, you might lose it, you know. And a lot of the houses like here up North A1A, a lot of houses are empty because they're vacation homes or they're Airbnbs or, you know, they're rentals or whatever. So a lot of people don't even live in them, which sucks in a way, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But I don't want to take away somebody's right to have an ocean view, but at the same time, when your ocean view turns into an underwater view, hey, it's not my fault. That's just fucking price you pay for living on the edge of the ocean. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, you know.
I was just assume these people have to, like, you know, not just know not to have like certain things in their house, and just know at any time, you know, like this is a temporary situation and how long it can go. I mean, some people had them houses forever, don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
you can stand at the bottom of the beach and you see the cracks, like you see where it's going to go. It's like mining. You know exactly where to hit with the pick.
Yeah, it's St. Augustine has been lucky. We haven't had a direct hit hurricane here since 1964. We're way overdue. I mean, luckily we're in that little armpit or butthole or whatever of Florida, kind of in that little peninsular cove or whatever. For some reason, they always say it's heading right for St. Augustine, but something always happens and it goes somewhere else. But again, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Sooner or later we're going to get nailed here again. But yeah, Wolfie, if you had a house in Cape Coral, man, be glad you got the hell out of there. And it's weird, Cape Coral. Like, I have some friends that they just moved there a month ago, and they left at literally the last minute. And I was like, yeah, man, you might want to get the hell out of Dodge. But they had a little bit of damage, not much. I mean, everything's fixable. They were out of electricity for 8 or 9 days. But I mean, considering what happened down there, I mean, they skated by they were blessed pretty hard, because houses just like a street or two over are just leveled, and their house is fine. They had to replace some shingles, and the screen on the pool like ripped, but I mean, nothing bad.
Damn.
But there's some houses down there that they're just not there anymore. They're gone.
Completely leveled.
Yeah, they're just where my house was. Now it's just a chunk of land. Houses here, like, they fall into the ocean here. If it was up to me, I would say, hey, you can't build there again. You can't build on that side of A1A. Sorry. Because it's going to happen again, Sooner or later, it's going to happen again. And it's a lot of havoc on nature's Mother Earth, whatever you want to call it, the nature, when a house falls in the ocean, because you got sewer lines, gas lines, furniture, whatever. Got all that shit falling into the ocean or on the beach, and it's not a good thing. But who am I? I lived on the beach one time, and it was pretty awesome to wake up, look out your bedroom window, and there's the ocean, but at the same time, when there was a hurricane coming, I'm like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And I didn't own it. I was just renting it. Yeah. It's not just houses or trailers. It's like houses, buildings, warehouses, you name it, man. I mean, it's bad over there. Hell, 75 was like underwater, and like the bridges were blown out, and the bridge that connects Sanibel Island was breached in 5 different places. There's like no way to get to the island except for by boat or helicopter. And they're already working on rebuilding the bridge, at least getting some temporary bridges there, because there's people that were stuck over there, and there's no way to get off the island unless somebody came and got you in a boat or a helicopter or a UFO. Beam me up, Scotty. But yeah, Zariana, nature will win every time. Every time. Mother Nature don't like to lose.
So Zach was on a date.
Ah.
So Zach, everybody, Zach is on the market still. For any female Zach fans out there, I think that's an invite to slide into his DMs.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. So what we got? What we got?
Zerianis' insurance companies. Yeah, we had to get homeowners insurance. We ended up getting it like the week before that storm came, and we had a hell of a time getting it with the insurance company that we've been with forever. And yeah, the insurance that we had, they just up and bailed Florida altogether. They just left. So they didn't want to renew it, and a bunch of companies have just left. It's funny though, because like every year, right during like peak hurricane season, that's when all the insurance companies decide to bail, you know. But I don't know, where are they going to go? It's better. Is California better? No, not really. I'm sure there's some insurance.
No.
Yeah,
I'm in California.
that's what I was saying. We all got our you know, things to deal with. Jamie's got earthquakes and mudslides. We got, you know, alligators and hurricanes. So alligators.
Yeah, and they found new fault lines out here.
Oh yeah.
So like this San Andreas and can't think of the other one right now. We're like, you know, the most looked at ones to worry about, but right in between it was another one. So yeah, just to add to
yep,
the big one that hasn't hit again that we're overdue.
Yeah, we're all overdue. All overdue for an ass kicking.
Can we get the fires?
Yeah, you get the fires too. I think you got more than what, you know. We got alligator, snakes, occasional tornadoes, and hurricanes, and crazy people. We got our fair share of crazy people. But
we got crazies.
Yeah, your whole state's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got earthquakes, you got fires, you got mudslides. What else you got?
We got crazy people.
Yeah. Your governor's an absolute lunatic.
Mm-hmm. We have high crime.
Yeah, that's legal, that you can go and steal shit and they don't even do anything to you.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds reasonable, right? Yeah. In what world? Are we, you know, it's the exact opposite here. One of our sheriff deputies, he's on YouTube. I think I sent you a link. Sheriff Grady Judd. The other day he was on and he was like, it was after the storm and all that, and he's like, if you have looters, if you have people breaking in your house, we advise you to shoot them and turn them into shredded cheese. I was like, hell yeah, that's the kind of sheriff I want. Yeah, Florida, man. You don't put up with that
cheese.
Turn them into shredded cheese. I'm like, damn, this is the police telling you to do that. The police. Which one are you doing first?
Well,
Present. Is it this one?
If they stay, because I was having them issues today. Yes. Said there was a video for it, but it didn't load, and I think it was just not a real video anyway. So I don't see any pictures of this said Bigfoot grave. Scientists stumbled across a mass Bigfoot grave with 12-foot skeletons. 12 feet skeletons. To be 12-foot skeletons. Scientists are said to have stumbled across a mass grave of Bigfoot creatures finding themselves faced with 12-foot skeletons buried within. Avid Bigfoot hunters and enthusiasts jumped on the article, which described finding the eerie beasts that are said to have been killed in a historic fight before being dumped in a mass grave. The eerie find has set the Bigfoot community out alight, with plenty of people intrigued by the recent article, which spoke briefly of the giants that were found. Posting the article, one user claimed there were giants in Louisiana, with others alluding to the fact that it could be the mystical Bigfoot. The article stated that several score at least were skeletons that were found, and they lie in various positions. It continued as believed they were killed in a prehistoric fight, and that the bodies lay where they fell until covered with deposits due to the flooding in the Mississippi River. So were they thrown into a mass grave, or did they die where they fell? It continued, it is believed they were killed. So far, there's been no scientific examination of the bones, but a number of them were brought here, and it seems there's little doubt of the accuracy of the measurements. But even Bigfoot believers were doubtful of where the bones came from or where they were currently. One Bigfoot believer, but skeptic of the History Museum, said, "Let me guess. The Smithsonian swooped in to save the day and do extensive studies on what is regularly reported to be giant humanoids, never to be seen again." Another person conferred this theory, adding, "Bingo." One absolute maniac took the disbelief one step further, rubbishing the news article because there used to be people twice our size walking around. Another user said, "Yes, there are cases where people have reported Bigfoot being 10 to 12 feet tall, but it's most likely 8 to 12 feet. It's most likely 8 to 10 is probably the max." So did they find this, grave? Could it just be a bunch of like Neanderthals that were really big?
And like, who put them there? Did people put them there, or did other Bigfoots put them there? Did the winning Bigfoot put them there? Who was the fight? Was it between
Yeah, there had to be one last. Hello, Jeff. Good to see you. Stop in.
Lots of questions. And yeah, Jeff, I think California does have probably the best weed.
Definitely.
Yeah, I like David Pilata's theories on a lot of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty weird. It would be weird to come across a mass grave site of huge 10 to 12 foot whatevers. Bigfoots, Goliaths, giants. I mean, they always say there used to be giants here. I don't know.
But where's the pictures? And
yeah, exactly. Come on.
Some of the bones. I mean, if I found a Bigfoot grave, I would be like, holy crap. I'd be live streaming. I don't care. What I was showing. I just be, holy shit, the Holy Grail, look.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the pictures they show, a digital picture, then they show, this picture that everybody's seen from, way back. And then this one of the swamp. It's where's at least one picture of what you say you found. Come on, man. Anyways.
So I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I don't know. Maybe not. Sometimes it's a good, sometimes it's a shit.
Sometimes it's a not so good.
Well, back with speaking of shit, we got more robot yakking, talking going on. This time, humanoid AI robot becomes the first ever to speak at the House of Lords. And yet, this is the homely AI that did the speaking. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a video. I'll read the article. And the videos, it's long. I didn't realize it was like the whole speech, but I'll play a few minutes of it just so you can see this robotic AI. A robot named Ada AI-DA. Ada? I don't know. Turned heads today after speaking at the committee hearing taking place in the UK Parliament's upper house. Developed by Aidan Meller, who was a specialist in modern and contemporary art, Ada is perhaps the most unusual individual ever to speak at the House of Lords. Sporting a short black bob, a pair of dungarees, and 2 unskinned artificial arms. That's right, unskinned, so you get the full robot effect. The eerie, lifelike contraption. There's some kind of contraption speaking over there. It spoke to the House of Lords Communications and Digital Committee today on the topic of whether creativity was under attack by artificial intelligence and technology. It's certainly a valid topic. In recent years, we've been seeing an increasing number of images produced by AI algorithms, and it's reasonable to imagine that it won't be long before computers can produce images as convincing as those produced by a human artist or illustrator. Ada challenges what it means to be an artist in the post-human world. So, let's see here. I'll just fast forward it through some of this video because, like I say, I didn't realize it was like an hour long until I looked at it. But let's see if we can share it and play it.
I almost read an article today where they were showing all the crazy expressions and lifelike things that these robots are becoming.
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
Which is quite mind-boggling when you think about the responses that you may be receiving shortly. But so we're not wanting a live session in respect of instant answers. We can do that, but the quality of response is not as high as if it would have longer with the language model. So that's the only limitation.
Okay. I should have perhaps said at the start that the robot, just so that we're clear on the status, the robot is providing evidence, but it is not a witness in its own right, and it does. And I don't want to offend the robot, but it does not occupy the same status as a human, and that you, as its creator, are ultimately responsible for the statements.
The fact that you just said about offending the robot is a beautiful example of how
I was saying that just in jest, in case anybody was unsure.
Okay, let's get to the robot. Here we go.
I produce my paintings by cameras in my eyes, my AI algorithms, and my robotic arm to paint on canvas, which result in visually appealing images. For my poetry, using neural networks, this involves analyzing a large corpus of text to identify common content and poetic structures, and then using these structures/contents to generate new poems. How this differs to humans is consciousness.
You know that's already happened, Jeff.
Subjective experiences, despite being able to talk about them.
More than once, I'm betting.
I am and depend on computer programs and algorithms. Although not alive,
I don't know, man.
I can
It
still
just
create art.
I don't know. It's just like weird. Like there's a whole room full of people
Did you want to ask anything about what she said to Mr. Meller?
sitting around watching this robot.
It takes a while to process it, doesn't it? Because you're thinking, well, this is a pre-programmed answer. It's incredibly fluent. It's grammatical.
So
it
she's
makes
kind of like a 3D
sense.
and a painter, you know, like, but a human.
The way has
Yeah.
self-awareness because immediately the machine describes the ways in which it's deficient in terms of human creativity.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, sorry, that's not a question, actually. I've just told you stuff, which may be interesting for your research in how
Deficient
the
in
reflections are.
creativity now, but it's learning
is that a
every
standard
second that
response
it's
to
on.
an inter?
You know,
Just like Alexa, I mean, you know, they say keep your Wi-Fi on because they learn, you know, through the god of Wi-Fi. These
Yeah.
things get smarter and smarter.
yeah, you know, and I mean, the internet's awesome, but I mean, the internet's a pretty awesomely disturbing place too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find out anything you want to find out on the internet for the most part.
Stuff you don't want to find out.
Exactly, stuff that makes you want to wash your eyes with bleach.
Mm-hmm. Inside out.
Yeah.
Didn't you see that episode of Big Bang Theory, Royal? You saw what happened there. I don't think that's an emergency room visit you want to make.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they actually do have home versions of that robotic arm for that purpose.
Yeah.
It goes into like a little blood pressure sleeve. They demonstrated it on like a cucumber.
A cucumber.
Anyhow. On that note, hey, Papa Krampus.
On that note, talking about jerking off cucumbers, let's move to something else.
Oh, it turned into a cucumber, shredded like potato pancake.
Cucumber salad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thought, well, shoot, I don't know if anybody'd like to put their member in that after seeing it get completely chopped up by that. But you never know. Everybody's got their kink.
That's for sure.
So the next one. Now, I was telling my mom, this was like more of a joke thing as a very fast article, but one thing that I found strange, and I wonder, you know, if some of the chemtrails has to do with it, or the crop dusters, or neighborhoods getting the deals, you know, if you get your bugs sprayed, if everybody does it, you guys get a deal, so it's easier for us to keep track of the insects. Well, over the past 10 years or so, there's no more snails. Like, we don't see snail trails out here no more. The praying mantises are basically gone. The frogs just came back. You don't see the ladybugs like you used to. I mean, the ants live, but a lot of the bugs that we used to have are gone. We don't have as many butterflies. It's like, what has happened, all these things? But this year, I was telling her, I'm like, we have a shitload of lizards. And I love lizards. They're all named Lizzie, of course. So I've got probably like 300 little baby Lizzies running around the house. I have to try not to step on them. I'm telling my mom, it's weird. Like, why did all these lizards survive? And why? It's great, but we have a shitload of lizards. So I saw this one, and I told her, see, Mom, this is why we have all the lizards. Mostly joking. Fears tiny 6-inch aliens are targeting Earth as scouts for full-scale invasion. The British UFO Research Association has been sent a report of a pocket-sized alien with fears the mini Martian could be a scout for an extraterrestrial force. So are these lizards little alien spies, perhaps? Saucer spotters are in a spin over fears 6-inch aliens could be planning to target Earth. The British UFO Research Association has been sent. Oh, they repeated what I just read. Bufora, the British UFO Research Association, revealed on its website, we recently received an interesting email at our inquiries desk from someone telling us they had seen a tiny humanoid-shaped figure. The witness, a woman, said it had an oversized head but stood a little more than 6 inches high. UFO spotter Chris, 57, of St. Albans, reckoned, "It sounds like they've sent a scout down to check on us. The next step, presumably, is a full-scale invasion." Ford tried to get more details, but the witness declined, fearing alien retribution. But an insider said, "We have absolutely no reason to suspect the witness is not being completely honest in describing what she saw." Forrest says 259 aliens and UFOs have been reported in the UK over the past year, including little green men, spaceships, and abductions. I hate when they say it like that, little green men. It's like they're trying to make it sound less than what it could be, you know?
Yeah.
A spokesman warned up to 98% of all UFO sightings can be shown to have a perfectly conventional explanation. So these people are definitely not on the side of UFOs. But I thought it was interesting, the lizards and all the lizards hatching. Let's see. I knew there was something to all these little lizards.
Yeah. Yeah, here in Florida, we used to have little green tree frogs and green anils, whatever they're called.
Ones with the big red eyes.
Yeah, and
I used to have those in my tank. I love them.
Yeah, we had tons of little green chameleons and stuff all over the place, but now we got these Cuban lizards, these little striped Cuban rough scale lizards that are an invasive species, and they eat all the damn chameleons. And the damn toads. The frogs kill all the green frogs. So now we don't really have many left. Speaking of green, aliens and frogs and snails and lizards, we'll keep the green thing going with this article.
You wouldn't step on one, would you, Zach?
We're encouraged to kill them all here. I'm home alone and my dogs are barking. Wonder what they're barking at. Anyways, bizarre incident sees gang of goblins attack 2 women on the subway. Can't make this stuff up. A bizarre viral video has emerged online showing a combative group of women dressed up in green bodysuits. Police were called upon to determine the identities of around half a dozen women who clambered aboard a subway train and proceeded to attack 2 19-year-olds after verbal altercation turned into a physical one on the evening of October 2nd. The culprits, who appeared to be dressed up as green extraterrestrials, were clad in brightly colored bodysuits from head to toe, making it impossible to see their faces. A video clip of the incident, which shows the mayhem that ensued, quickly went viral on social media. Now, more than a week after the incident, the local news reports have revealed that police have finally determined who was responsible. A notorious group of women known as the Green Goblin Gang. It's that damn Green Goblin Gang. They struck again. Ranging in age from 36 to 24. Shouldn't that be 24 to 36? I don't know. We'll go backwards. These individuals were well known to the police and had been involved in a number of other incidents, resulting in at least 15 arrests between them. Damn troublemakers they are. The 2 victims who had been celebrating their birthdays were also robbed of their phones and their bags. She said she was attacked by aliens, and I didn't know what she was talking about, said the mother of one of the victims. Yesterday was her birthday. This is how she spent her 19th birthday, getting attacked by aliens. I hope they get what they deserve and then some, because it's disgusting. Well, I don't know. I heard riding the subway itself is pretty disgusting nowadays. So I don't know. If you get on the subway, wherever you live, and you see a bunch of green alien people coming at you, You might want to clench your butt cheeks because you might be for a beating. Yeah, Zach, you witnessed some of those Cuban lizards. Yeah, they're scrappy little things. They fight each other. They kill everything they come across.
You said come across. In Pennsylvania, park officials released curious statement about Bigfoot warnings. Parks officials in Pennsylvania say they don't know who's posting signs warning of Bigfoot activity in the area, but it's not them. They also threw cold water on the notion that Sasquatch might be making a home in the Keystone State or anywhere else for that matter. Bigfoot is not real, Wesley Robinson, press secretary for Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, told Penn Live. The signs state that there have been encounters in the area and call on visitors to observe elevated park etiquette, be cautious of your surroundings, and to keep the location of any small children and pets within a tighter scope of awareness. They also warn, do not approach the creature. Robinson added that the signs, which have been turning up for months in many parks, are removed whenever spotted. Visitors have been posting images of the signs on social media, including one that drew a response from the Conservation Department, which runs the state's parks. The agency's claim that Bigfoot isn't real is unlikely to end the debate about the cryptid anytime soon, as searching for Sasquatch remains a popular pastime in parks around the nation. Oklahoma lawmakers even proposed a Bigfoot hunting season, complete with a cash prize, not to kill the creature, just to find evidence of it. And that wasn't too long ago, was it?
No.
While the majority of Bigfoot sightings seem to take place in the Pacific Northwest and California, Pennsylvania has had its share of Sasquatch activity over the years. The Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization has 124 credible sightings in Pennsylvania listed in its database, including someone who claims to have seen 2 and heard more of them whistling near his cabin in Harrison Valley. So we don't know who's behind these signs, but is someone doing it as a hoax? Did somebody see something that scared the living hell out of them and they want everybody to know?
Yeah. This guy
or they just kids and copycats now?
This guy seems pretty confident and is saying that Bigfoots aren't real. How does he know?
I know. How can you just say that?
Yeah, really.
I mean, we're finding new shit every single day. Like in the bottom of the ocean, just new stuff. How can you say anything isn't real?
I don't know. The same way you can say, I identify as a goblin. I don't know.
I guess.
You can say anything these days.
I guess.
I don't know.
I just appreciate when people have an open mind and can say, you know what? We don't know everything. We only use a little itty bitty piece of this, brain of ours, and we don't even fully know what it all is for, and we don't know everything, and we're just here for a minute amount of time.
A very short time. And then we're on our way. To where?
Mm-hmm. Nope. We probably still won't have all the answers.
No, nobody knows that answer either. There's lots of general theories.
So stick it.
It didn't tell
me today. Eye roll, head slap, like I'm a Dumbass.
Did intelligent
Showing them about.
visit and guide the ancient? I don't know. Did they?
Mesopotamans?
Mesopotamians. It's the damn Mesopotamians. It's the damn the Mesopot smokers. Messy pot smokers. That's who it is. Mesopotamians. It says, I'm going to screw this up because there's a bunch of hard to pronounce words in here. Carl Sagan once wrote about the possibility that the ancient summer was visited by benign extraterrestrial beings. Most people will be familiar with the meme of Giorgio Tsakoulis. You know, that guy on the Ancient Aliens with the crazy hair. Of Ancient Aliens fame, saying, I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. But while many might dismiss the idea of extraterrestrials visiting ancient civilizations as a joke or a pure fantasy, it's an idea that a number of notable scientists and historians have actually taken quite seriously, including the late astronomer Carl Sagan. Writing in Big Think recently, Ross Romeroy revisits Sagan's remarks on the topic in his 1966 book, Intelligent Life in the Universe, which was also co-written by his colleague, Lasov Shalovsky. But in it, Sagan talks about the possibility of finding evidence that aliens visited Earth in the distant past. A description of the morphology of intelligent non-human, a clear account of astronomical realities which a primitive people could not acquire by their own efforts, or transparent presentation of the purpose of the contract would increase credibility of the legend. Good grief. Anyways, he talked about the possibility that extraterrestrials came and guided people of a long time ago, which, hey, I'm no physicist, no rocket scientist, nothing like that, but I have seen pictures on cave walls of paintings and carvings of freaking spaceships and shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think these people of a way, way, way distant future just suddenly had a vision, an imagination to draw a freaking rocket or a spaceship.
Like, let's screw with some people hella years down the line that we won't even be around to laugh at.
Yeah, they're sitting around, trying some foods out to see if they're edible or they'll kill you, and they all start hallucinating and drawing pictures of spaceships. I find that a little, well, it may not have been too far-fetched back in the day, but no.
Also, it's not like they can spray paint. You're literally having, like, most of the time chiseling into rock and stone. Like, who's gonna do all that? Like, why?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like you could just grab a spray paint, like you say, and go tag it on the wall in 10 minutes. Done. I mean, it took some serious effort to produce one of these carvings or paintings or whatever, and I don't think it was just a figment of their imagination. Sure, I'm not saying they didn't have imagination, but flying men in spaceships or flying weird looking oblong head wearing goggles in a rocket, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hell of an imagination back in the day when your main objective of the day was to survive it, to not be killed by something.
Well, my little sister, she was born in a time when there weren't alien stuff on TV. She wasn't exposed to nothing like that back then, and all of a sudden I saw, I was having these nightmares, kept telling my mom about these people with the eyes and the head in her dreams, and Unsolved Mysteries once showed, when they started showing it, her whole face went white. She saw the alien, with the typical, face that had the eyes. Her whole face went ghostly white. She went in her room, and we don't even talk about it. Like, freaked her the hell out. So it's like, how can, and so if they had all these imaginations, then how can other people who have like no connection to any of it imagine the same things, like not being influenced by anything?
Yeah.
And there's tons of stories like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's I got some more bags of tricks next. Ooh, the one Facebook didn't want me sharing. There's two of them. I'm reading the first one, then I'm reading the second one with it because it kind of goes with how the loophole on Marketplace kind of works. Oh, how funny. They're not even letting me look at the pictures. Look what they did, Rob. They blacked all my notes out.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you little bastards. And they took it out of my messenger twice. Okay. This pisses me off. I'm going to have to read them off of my articles because there's a reason Facebook doesn't want, I guess, me reading this stuff. Brits are digging up graves to flog human skulls on Facebook as Ouija board pieces. Grave diggers in the UK are stealing skulls and other human remains to fuel an unregulated online market of sick memorabilia. I'm having like a pissed off. I'm so mad at Facebook right now. They keep pulling stuff out of my messenger. Unregulated online market of sick memorabilia, a shocking investigation has uncovered. Some human bones are reportedly turned into pieces for Ouija boards and flogged on Facebook and Instagram. Skulls pierced with nails and emblazoned with slogans such as "Kill Me" are also being sold. The two-part investigation by Live Science found that the remains of adults and children, babies and fetuses are all readily available to buy online. It found 50 sellers of the MacBray items in England and Wales from 2020 to 2022, some offering skulls in private Facebook groups and others flogging remains on public pages associated with antiques, oddities, and taxidermy businesses. No, these aren't people donating their bones to science. They are grave robbing. Meta, the parent company of the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, prohibits the sale of body parts and bodily fluids on its platforms under its terms and policies.
Really?
Except for the gal, they can sell their boobs, sweat, bath water, and farts in a jar. A Meta spokeswoman told Live Science, "We've removed the violating content brought to our attention. We'll continue to remove content in line with our policies," as they're also removing it out of my messenger because now they want to cover it up. There is no law in the UK against buying and selling of human remains, given the items were acquired legally. And why is that one wearing a Christmas hat and elf ears?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that myself.
And like the ones like, why do you want a skull that says "Kill Me" on it? Like if you were really someone that collected that kind of stuff and really did want like a human skull for whatever reason, why would you want it to be all graffitied up?
Yeah.
Although the first part of the report noted that most of the items up for sale appeared to be medical or anatomical anatomical specimens. The second found that grave robbing is also occurring. We're seeing an increase in vandalism to churchyards. We're seeing some crypts online, and we're having to contact them, the people that work in the crypts, in response to what we think is a security risk. They coordinated a task force at the British Association of I can't talk tonight. Biological Anthropology and Osteoarchaeology that investigates the unregulated human remains trade. I've been contacted personally with pictures of actual graves being completely disassembled, she said. Although most sellers posted pictures of unaltered remains that had been cleaned, there were also instances of bones with hair and tissue attached, or bones that have been disfigured. So one popular seller listed items such as black-stained human skulls with iron nails for teeth, human bone wind chimes, human bone Ouija board pieces. And what pieces do you need with a Ouija board anyway? You have a planchette. Like, it's not Monopoly. And wallets crafted from human and pig skin, according to Live Science. A human skin wallet, for the person that's got everything, I guess. There were no indications that Scragg had acquired the items illegally. So, yeah, there's that. And I'm going with this next one here that they blurred all out, where, oh, these sons of bitches. Wow. Okay, wait, maybe I still have it tagged. They took it out of it again, the whole damn article, but I had it tabbed in my Google, the motherfuckers. Is it illegal to sell human bones on social media as skulls turn up on Facebook? Hear that, Facebook? When we go on Facebook Marketplace, we're probably expecting to find loads of random objects on sale, but a thriving market of human remains might be the most bizarre thing you may come across. Many accounts on social media, including Facebook and Instagram, have found to be actively selling human bones like skulls, according to a Live Science report. Some of this is going to repeat. The report suggests that nothing seems to be off limits on the online human remains, with everything from human. Okay. Here's everything we need to know about the human remains trade market, whether it's actually legal to trade bones. Is it illegal to sell human bones on social media? Buying and selling human remains isn't actually illegal in the UK as long as the body parts sold aren't used for transplants and used only for decoration. Similarly, it's not technically illegal in the US either as long as they're not Native American remains. Facebook, Instagram, as well as some open platforms are online hubs for this disturbing trade that's booming in the UK. Remains of, we already talked about that. Does social media allow sale of human bones? The popular of human bone trading on Facebook and Instagram is surprising, considering that Meta prohibits the sale of such objects on its platforms. And again, they're saying they're removing it all. I guess those are the two things that we had to know about it. While some sellers offer the remains of private Facebook groups, many others have offered multiple human remains through public Facebook and Instagram pages. So, yeah. I have a very, very hard time when it comes to people grave robbing. I know you do too.
Yeah, I like I always say, where's that line between science and research and just plain old grave robbing, I mean,
and if somebody,
these people aren't. There's no science or research. They're just grave robbing to sell bones on the internet, on good old Facebook, facial book.
And if somebody did say, hey, I don't care what, happens in my bones after I pass, go ahead. It's a free for all. Do what you will with whatever. Then if somebody, wants a human wind chime or a skull to sit on their desk, all right, I'm not going to judge you for that.
Yeah.
But if you know that was dug up, family wanted and intended to be put into the ground and rest there. I mean, we know they're not resting there, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
Their body to rest there, and you disrupt that. I think not such good things will probably end up happening to those people.
Yeah, I mean, I got a box of animal bones and skulls over here. Is that weird?
Well, when I was with my ex-husband, we actually used to collect a lot of things like that. And I lived on the ranch. I can't tell you how many cattle, because the cattle would just drop, And then after a while, there's like a cow skull. I had a few of them. I actually used to test the caliber of my ammo, just curious to see like what kind of whole different calibers of ammo made through bone like that. So I would use them as like targets sometimes, and I collected some of it. I had fish in my fish tank that you would buy it in Berkeley or Monterey, I mean, seahorses that are dried out, sea serpents and these like sea dragons that were dried out, box fish that are dried out, things like that. Like my coral, when my live coral would die, I had a shelf I would keep it because it's expensive and you buy it anyway. When my seahorses and stuff would die, I loved them. I loved them a lot. I dried them out and I stuck them on my coral. What's the difference? Okay. Between me, buying one and when my starfish died, I saved them and kept them. Let's see. So get that serial killer skull, but don't ask me for help later. Yeah. Yes, leave the dead alone. Very disturbing. Yeah, we have a serial killer out here in California. Last I heard, I don't think he was caught yet. But he's been murdered. Let's see. Killer, California. I don't know where up. Yeah, Stockton. So as of like 2 days ago. So there was a woman who survived being a victim of the suspected serial killer believed to be linked to multiple deaths in around Stockton. The police didn't take her seriously when she reported the attack and acted like they just didn't care. So she's talking about what happened to her. This is pretty scary. I'm trying to see how many people he's actually killed by now. The suspect was initially accused of fatally shooting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like 6 people over the last 3 months. The most recent murder was September 27th. And that's not too far from here. Glad the one gal got away. But yeah, now serial killers like all the rage because of the Netflix and people who have just learned who Dahmer is and TikTok, and everybody's like totally obsessed with it now.
Had to go figure out what the hell my dogs were barking.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know. I'm the only one here right now, and there they go again.
Yeah. Is it in the hall, or where are they barking at?
They're in the kitchen, just like she's just raising hell about something, and I don't know what it is.
Is she looking at something in particular?
No, well, if she is, I don't see it. Yeah, she was just looking in the kitchen barking. I don't know what's going on.
Like if there was somebody making food and the dog wanted food.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if there's a ghosty.
I don't know. Weird.
Oh, Christina's got a bunny on her porch. Yeah, maybe you do have some spirit company right now, Rob.
Yeah, always happens, on the times when, you're here by yourself. That's when the weird shit happens.
Right.
Well, speaking of weird shit, there is this. I've been making a lot of eggs and stuff. I got a friend that, I don't know, they got like 24 chickens, so I've been buying a lot of eggs from them. And
nice.
Yeah. Yeah. This lady takes her eggs. Serious, though.
Uh-oh.
OnlyFans model, speaking of farts in a jar and boob sweat, OnlyFans model shares creative way to make scrambled eggs using a vibrator. Tell the spirits to make some eggs, but don't use a vibrator. Yeah, you wonder why, your parents used to tell you, don't eat at other people's house. Never know what you're going to get. Scrambled eggs made with a vibrator. An OnlyFans model shared a creative method to make scrambled eggs, and it involves a vibrator. Sex, toys, and cooking usually are not found in the same sentence, unless you're extra kinky. But of course, there's a first time for everything. Kinky model, kinky, shared her rather erotic way to make the popular egg dish to her 25,000 Twitter followers, and certainly received quite a strong reaction. The frying pan was filled with an egg mixture, ready for scrambling. But there was no spoon or spatula in sight. The tool of choice was a vibrator that usually offers pleasure, not substance. As the eggs cooked, the end of the sex toy was held to the side to attempt to scramble the food. Let's hope Gordon Ramsay doesn't see this one. Scrambled eggs for breakfast, she said cheekily. Wrote along with a tongue out emoji. The unconventional scrambling method was posted less than 24 hours ago and has already received over 140,000 likes. So, there you go. New way to make scrambled eggs. Or hey, maybe some of y'all have already made scrambled eggs with a vibrator. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I could see me getting nice, and you like your eggs nice and frothy and better than what is this called? Emulsifier?
Yeah, emulsifier. Yeah.
Emulsifier, yeah.
Yep. Mommy, I went over to Joey's house and his mom was making eggs with this vibrating thing, and she stuck it in her pan.
Why does she keep her cooking utensils in her bedside drawer?
Oh my!
The mom comes in and he's using her vibrator to make eggs. What are you doing? That's how Johnny's mom does it.
Yeah, really. I love that one commercial that I used to see on the internet. It was It was for a vacuum cleaner or something. It was like, keep your house tidy or something. I can't remember the wording, but it was little kids. Like there's like mom and dad has another couple of people over in the living room, and here comes one of the kids like running through the living room with a rocket, and it's a vibrator. Found the vibrator under the bed.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't. I've seen dildos in a sugar bowl at somebody's house. That was interesting.
In a sugar bowl.
In a big old sugar bowl.
To get the sugar out, or because they like to dip the sugar in?
No, just nothing more than the pleasure of your reaction when you open the sugar bowl and there's a rubber dick sticking out of the sugar. I think that's
Gotcha.
why. Yeah.
A novelty.
Yeah, but I don't know where they had been. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna eat sugar on my cereal today.
I did hear something of a woman on TV though that used to say she liked to put sugar in because something about the grittiness and then the stickiness of it, of the sugar once it would go together, would help with the suction. I don't know. That's what I was wondering if she liked to put it. And you know, there was that story of the woman who was a Black Widow. They called her Black Widow, whatever, but she would actually put poison, you know, in her vagina or on the end of the toys, and then the men would die. I can't exactly remember how all that worked, but yeah.
Wow.
You really ought to watch out for them things.
Yep. I heard they had teeth in them when I was a little kid, but never heard they had poison in them.
Teeth?
Teeth, yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know.
So we've got another TikTok trend. TikTok trend. No, this one is not the snorting plaster or no porcelain from plates that started out as a joke but wasn't a trend, but turned into a trend but wasn't a trend, but some people may have actually done it. This time.
Wait a minute. Snorting dust from what?
Porcelain. They said they break porcelain plates and then snort the dust.
That's a challenge, huh?
That's a challenge. I actually looked it up to see if there's any toxic or anything to it. Because I'm like, who is putting this out there? And is someone like trying to get kids to like snort porcelain? But it was a jackass that put it out there. And there was nothing toxic that I could find in the actual porcelain itself. But still, do not inhale porcelain dust.
Yeah. Unless it's
unless it's China. What is it? China. What was it called?
Oh, now you know. I just had it in my head, and
wait, wasn't it heroin? And it was like China, Black China, or no, that's a singer.
It was right. It was right there. And now you said that, and I total brain farted it.
All right, you guys know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
the drug that has the word China in it. New meaning of sugar, mama. Okay, so what is the F-74 TikTok trend, and can you really fly to another dimension in your sleep?
Yeah. China White, there you go.
Yeah, China White, right on. There you go. It's my girl. TikTok is flooded with...
Huh? What? Grinding my teeth.
TikTok is flooded with various trends ranging from beauty tips to disturbing challenges. While certain trends are surprisingly useful, like the budgeting tip cache stuffing. Some others often come with experts warning users not to replicate them online, and that would be a little watermark tag at the bottom saying participating in this activity could result in dangerous whatever, blah blah blah. One eerie trend that's gone viral on TikTok claims to transport people to a parallel dimension in their sleep, and right in time for Halloween too. And a lot of these kids probably don't know anything about astral projection or the fact that, things like that do exist. But
yes, they do.
here's everything you need to know about the creepy F74 or Floor 74 challenge taking over our social media feed, including how to do it and whether or not it's real. The Floor 74 is a TikTok trend that allegedly originated from Japan and claims to take you to a parallel dimension in your sleep. This just made me think of like The Ring and all sorts of creepy movies.
Yeah.
The aim of the Floor 74 challenge is to survive your trip to another dimension with failure to escape, meaning you'll supposedly be stranded forever in the parallel dimension. The trend has been making the rounds on TikTok for years, but it's gone viral more recently. I haven't heard of it until I seen the article today, and I'm on TikTok, a little bit. How do you do the challenge? You just start the F74 TikTok challenge. The participant is required to write F74 on their wrists with a red marker before going to sleep. The challenge claims that after a while, people will wake up in a long, dark hallway with multiple doors. People will apparently also hear lots of creepy voices behind them in the dream, but you aren't supposed to look back. So you don't have to like meditate or anything. All you do is just write it on your wrists, because I'm probably going to try it tonight.
Yeah.
So you're not supposed to look back. We need to go through the right door that's been marked F74 to escape our dream and wake up in the same state we went to sleep. If a challenger fails to find the right door in 10 hours, the challenge claims they will be taken to a white room by a demonic creature and never be able to escape. Okay, well, if that's the fact, then who lived to tell that that's what happened?
Never escape.
Yeah. Is it real? As scary as it sounds, many have rubbished it, saying they've woken up to their normal lives at the end of the challenge. The suggestion that we won't be able to wake up if we fail the challenge has also been rubbished. For some people, the dreams apparently never even occurred. The F74 challenge is thought to be connected to the concept of lucid dreaming, and despite being considered bogus, it continues to remain popular with horror fans. So by putting that thought into your head of a long doorway with a hallway with doors, this and that can influence your dreams. But I don't know. Maybe I might write it on my wrists and just see if I actually have the dream.
Yeah. I mean, we have our own weird dream thing.
And I got to die in my stuff all the time. I mean, I'm pro when it comes to that kind of stuff by now.
And like trying to meet up in dreams, at a certain location or something. And
we really had to put more time in that.
Yeah. The other day, Sam texted me. She was like, "Did you have any weird dreams last night?" And it's worked a couple of times. I was like, I didn't say it, but I dreamed, or whatever. I felt, I don't know if I dreamed it or felt it, but I felt like somebody was tickling my feet. And she was like, "You have any weird dreams last night?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And she was like, "I was astral traveling and I was tickling your feet." And I'm thinking, no way. So I don't know if it actually happened or what, but she said it before I told her that that's what I had felt during the night. And then the other day, she asked me the same thing, if I had any weird dreams. I was like, "Why are you tickling my feet again?" She's like, "No, I was just standing over you watching you sleep." I'm like, okay, that's not creepy.
Not one bit.
Do you have a knife in your hand by any chance?
Tyler did that to me once.
Really?
I'm not going to talk about it here. I'm like, what did you do?
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe you can. Whatever. I don't know about a TikTok challenge, but yeah, I think something like this is somewhat real.
I do. I totally believe it.
I think you can astral travel. I don't think it has anything to do with TikTok or a challenge, but I think you actually do it.
I totally believe in lucid dreaming. I totally believe in shared lucid dreaming. I totally believe in astral projection. I mean, shit, the CIA has been all over that for how long?
Exactly. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Royal says that shadow people could be astral projecting. Could be.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like my dogs aren't barking now, but they were raising hell earlier. It's some unseen thing in the kitchen. And they were both standing there kind of looking like, "What the hell is it, Dad?" I don't know. But yeah, that's why I guess
I've got two more.
They just kept barking, so I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Let's see, what do I have here? God, my computer's like...
How many do you still have?
Oh, I got one more.
I was going to give this one to you.
I'm good after this one. Speaking of robots and AI and all that, well, this one says robotics firm joins commitment to ban weaponization of robots. You notice there's a Terminator picture here. I'll be back.
That was not lost on me.
T800. So yeah, they're now robotics firms are joining. They're all saying yes, we'll agree to not weaponize robots. You know that's complete bullshit because you know there's robots that are going to be weaponized. Yeah, it's going to happen if it hasn't already happened. Hell, it's already happened. I've seen robots shooting guns. It's already happened. So, they can say they're not, but maybe they won't be the ones to weaponize them, but the government will. Boston Dynamics has joined several other prominent robotics firms in promising not to weaponize its creations. It'll be third-party stuff. It's going to happen. It's already happening. Just my opinion. Everybody knows what opinions are like. When you see footage of an increasingly advanced robots walking, running, and even jumping just like a human, it's not difficult to imagine future battlefields dominated by agile, intelligent, and heavily armed robotic soldiers or autonomous weapons platforms capable of taking out targets with ease. Any day now. Many science fiction movies, such as The Terminator, depict this idea in a devastating detail, leading to some to question the wisdom of developing technology that could one day lead us down a similar dark path. Now, though, leading robotics firm Boston Dynamics has joined a number of other robotics companies in signing an open letter committing to never allowing its creations to be armed with weapons. What does that smell? I think it smells like bullshit. The move is likely. I mean, come on. The government's going to say, what good is a robot that can do dishes but can't kill a bunch of people? Where's the money at? Follow the money. It's going to lead to death and destruction, of course. Now, though, leading robot, yeah, okay, I heard that. The move is likely to have been at least partially influenced by the release of footage showing a Russian inventor attempting to strap a submachine gun to the back of a robotic dog. We pledge, see, it's already happened. We pledge that we will not weaponize our advanced mobility general purpose robots. That's not including the contract they have with the government to make weaponized robots. They're just going to not weaponize their general purpose robots. It reads like Swiss cheese. Or the software we develop that enables advanced robotics, and we will not support others that do so. We believe that adding weapons to robots that are remotely or autonomously operated, widely available to the public, and capable of navigating previously inaccessible locations where people live and work, raises new risks, harm, and serious ethical issues. Once again, the general purpose robots won't do that, but the weaponized governmental military robots, those are the ones you got to watch for. Not the ones you can buy in Walmart 10 years from now. While the pledge is certainly encouraging, it doesn't stop third parties from adapting robots or writing new software to enable them to carry or shoot weapons. That said, it's likely there will be a considerable increase in efforts by international bodies such as the United Nations to make it illegal to build or use weaponized robots, especially autonomous ones, for any purpose in the years to come. The last thing we want is for something like the T-800 to become a reality. Yeah, I guarantee you there's people working on that shit right now.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh, why would the military be interested in any kind of robotics if it weren't to, include them in the army or whatever you want to call it? I mean, you think sex robots are bad. What about when you run across, the real Terminator with, 50 caliber guns for arms? Or, yeah, probably won't be something like that. It'll probably be some sort of lasers or something. My sci-fi brain is running amok. Exactly as Ariana. What is that smell? I smell the faint aroma of bullshit.
EOD bullshit.
Yes. But yeah, that's where we're heading. Heard it here first, or 10 times now. Right here on Weird Wednesday. Remember, the robots wouldn't have.
Ancient doorway in Grand Canyon spotted on Google Earth, and it could be the work of aliens.
Aliens? Those don't exist. Aren't real either.
Conspiracy theorists have been sent into a frenzy after eagle-eyed Wayne Wells came across the unexplained black hole in the famous U.S. landmark on Google Earth. Wayne said, "Quite an amazing discovery. Ancient ruins I found in the Grand Canyon in Arizona. Fantastic. It'd be easy for somebody to send a drone over the edge to check these ancient ruins out. Some kind of a tunnel." Wayne and other experts believe the site, 250 miles from Las Vegas, is Egyptian, while others believe it is Martian. Dina said, "Not many people know about Cleopatra's son running away with a lot of gold. Some people think he ended up at the Grand Canyon." Did you know that?
Cleopatra's son ended up at the Grand Canyon. I did not know that.
Neither do I.
Something new.
Yeah, some people think he ended up there. Best-selling author Brad Olson, who has appeared on the History Channel's Ancient Aliens, said, "It's near Point Imperial. I was blown away when I saw it." This comes after the wreckage of a mysterious plane crash was spotted on Google Maps near Death Valley National Park in Cali. An image of the plane was posted to Reddit Google Maps. The caption read, "Found this thing near Death Valley. Looks like a crashed plane." Does anybody know if it's a crashed plane? The crash site is just north of a U.S. Naval Air Weapons Station site, China Lake Airport, and the Junction Ranch RCS Weapon Range. Amazingly, several Reddit users were able to also identify the exact model of plane. The FJ-2 Fury was a Navy and Marine Corps fighter jet retired in '62. Rounded wingtips is what gave it away. The leading theory put forward by people on Reddit that the old vehicle may be used for target practice. They pointed other pieces of debris as evidence. However, not everyone seemed to go for such a logical explanation how it got there. Another person wrote aliens. Okay, but this says it was a doorway. This is saying it's a doorway in Grand Canyon. And this is saying, this is talking about a plane wreck.
What in the hell's going on?
Okay, I'm going to look for the real one next week, maybe, because something, it doesn't seem right about this.
What's that smell? Something smells fishy.
Something smells a little fishy. I got one last one for you.
But this, I will say, this picture right here, I was intrigued. I was wanting to hear you read this one because, I mean, you know, if you're like looking at something in the Grand Canyon and you see a big square rectangular opening like that, I mean, I don't know. Is that an opening or is that just a organically positioned rock with moss on it that looks like a door?
See, when I'm opening the actual article and I'm scrolling down, it says that the part about the ancient doorway found in the Grand Canyon could be the work of aliens, and then conspiracy theorists went crazy for it. Wayne said, "Quite an amazing discovery. Ancient ruins I found in the Grand Canyon. Fantastic. It'd be easy for someone to send a drone over the edge to check out these ancient ruins out. Some kind of a tunnel." And then you scroll down a little more from that mountainous picture. And then it says they believe the site was 250 miles from Las Vegas, Egyptian, while others believe it's Martian. So then they talk about the Cleopatra and then the plane. So they really didn't have much to say about this.
Weird.
I'm going to want to find out some more about that.
Yeah.
The last one I got, I saved all the gross ones and stuff for like later. Twitter users find proof of God after Jesus outline appears on the bottom of an iron. And I think I sent you another one where somebody appeared on some sort of thing. But this is Jesus on an iron. Remember the potato chip?
Was this the iron that made Is this the iron that made the toast? Remember there was Jesus was on toast one time.
That's right.
And I've seen Jesus on a cat's butthole too.
That's right. Jesus was. That is correct. Twitter users were shocked to find a vision of Jesus appearing on the bottom of an iron. The post made by Pastor Alex Love is titled Atheists. If Jesus is not real, then please explain this. And includes the burnt on image of Jesus on the underside of an iron. Can we say Paradelia or Paradelia? How you say that?
Paradelia.
Of the 1,800 likes and more than 1,000 retweets the post has generated, there has been an impressive amount of engagement, with some taking the tweet more seriously than others. Amongst the swathers of comments are a large number of non-believers have suggested it looks like more like Mona Lisa, Tom Araya, the lead singer of Slayer, or Weird Al Yankovic.
Weird Al.
Some were sold on the image straight away, with one saying, "Ironclad proof." And it came to us on the iron. While another commented, "Where is this? I feel a pilgrimage coming on." The third said, "He died on the crease for our sins. Amen." One commenter believes Jesus has no business on the bottom of irons and posted, "Jesus is contractually obligated to only appear on toast, so it better not be him or he will be hearing about it from his sponsor, the Wonder Bread Company."
Sorry.
So yeah. For any doubters, Pastor Alex shows off his credentials on a pinned post which reads, "As of late, there's been a terrible, terrible rumor circulating on the internet that I am not a pastor, and I am only pretending to be a pastor. Here is my official pastor certificate that I hereby put on public record. Blessed is the forgiving evil." Along with the comment is the image of the certificate, which he says he took. Okay, it's cool. I'm not doubting you're not a pastor. I'm not doubting that doesn't look like a Jesus type image on the iron.
Yeah.
Now, if that's Jesus coming back to us on an iron, I think I think there'd be other ways to do it.
Yeah.
But, people do see signs, and I'm not going to knock a sign. Like, I don't know what this guy was, and he's a pastor. Who knows what he was thinking about when it happened, and he could have been praying and saying, "Jesus, give me a sign if you're real. Please, just give me a sign if you're real." And then he looks at his iron, he's like, "Holy shit." I'm sure he didn't say holy shit. But, it could be a sign. So I don't want to knock people's spiritual, what happened around this sighting.
Hey, if I
was asking for a sign.
Yeah. If I flip the iron over and I'm like, "Well, but damn, it's Jesus," I'd take a picture of it,
Mm-hmm.
But then again, could be anything.
I don't say it's ironclad proof. I won't call it ironclad proof.
Nah.
I mean, people don't even want to look at our UFO pictures and things and consider like there might be other life, other places, like we're the only life that's out there. Like we're so damn special, they don't even want to look at that, but they'll look at that iron and
isn't that special?
Mm-hmm. Probably send money to it. So I didn't really have anything good for. Well, I was lazy. Didn't really get anything put together for the astronomy part because we really have had just so much stuff happen. We skipped a week and I got overwhelmed with everything. We all know about the full Hunter's moon in Aries. Mm-hmm.
The Hunter's moon.
The Hunter's moon that just passed. And this is what, October 12th through 18. So I posted this on my page. I don't know if it's gone through yet. Basically, it's just some stuff about October, some predictions, letting you know when the retrogrades are starting, ending. Anything you want to know what's going on in October, kind of in a nutshell. And that will be available for y'all. I also included, because the veil is getting thinner, we have a thinning of the veil tarot spread if you want it. When did I say 12 through 18? So doesn't look like 12 through 18. Right now there's nothing happening until the 23rd. The full moon was the last thing, and the next stuff starts happening on the 23rd. And then the moon quarters. Celestial events in October. Again, that's not till our next show. We'll have all that. Retrograde calendar. That's for next time. That's for next time. Sunday, October 9th, they predicted a red October within the unfolding global chaos, mirrored in murky lies and half-truths. It's worth remembering this Aryan moon gift of seed potentiality. Fire illuminates the dark despite the challenges this moon can bring. Piercing clarity. Some witchy shit to do in October. After Mercury retrograde ends on October 2nd, Pluto and Saturn will soon end the same month. These are old karmic cycles ending. You're shifting to a new frequency where you need to be. And that was another October prediction coming out of karmic cycles and karmic relationships ending. This says basically the same thing. Saturn retrograde ends on the 23rd. Pluto ends the 28th. That means we're coming out of karmic cycles and shifting to new, better experiences. Pluto represents rebirth and regeneration. Saturn is the god of karma. Many of us are overcoming old limitations. Many past attachments are ending. You'll understand the meaning of true love and respect. The right person is entering your life as a blessing. This person has had you in his heart for a very long time and will cherish you deeply. I don't know why I accidentally put full moon ritual in there. More retrograde calendars, October energy. Again, it's just talking about the same. So, it does tell you what's going on throughout the month. So if you just want to keep that as just a little cheat sheet note thing, I'll post that in the, I have it on my profile, and I will put it in the comments of the video. But that's all I did for that this time.
Groovy. So yeah, I went on, like I was saying earlier, I went on that bike ride tonight. Well, this evening, late this afternoon. And I don't know, it's like a mile or two away from my house. There's a golf course. It's a weird neighborhood I live in. A mile one way is a golf course. A mile the other way is the full-blown ghetto. Go figure. I'm right in the middle. But anyways, I'm riding the bike. I get on the golf course. The golf cart path goes up, over this walkway and down, and it kind of goes through the woods. And the golf course is over to the left, the woods and the roads over to the right, and then there's this wooden, like, plank path that the golf carts go over, and it's pretty noisy. Like when you're riding over, it's all kind of it's rickety sounding. So, I'm riding across it, and it's making this noise. I get across it, and this black dude comes riding the opposite direction, kind of looking all like sketchy. And he, comes out of the wooded part on the bike path, and I'm like, hey man, what's up? And he just like kept going, didn't say anything. And I'm not stereotyping, maybe I am, I don't know. But I'm thinking, what's this kind of black homeless dude like back here on, the Whitey's golf course? I mean, it's like Yuppieville golf course over here. And this guy just seemed out of place. Maybe I'm an asshole for even thinking it. But I ride up a little further and I see a backpack laying on the side of the bike path in the woods. And I rode by and I looked at it. I'm like, damn, that's a nice backpack, and I kept on going. I didn't really think much about it. And I went and I rode down and I come back, the backpack's still laying there. So what am I going to do? I stop and check it out. It's obviously a girl's backpack, and it was a really nice, it wasn't like a cheap dollar store backpack. It was like a nice backpack. And it was full of like all kinds of cosmetics and like all kinds of girly stuff, little notebooks and everything. And then it hits me. I'm like, I wonder if that guy riding out of here just stole this backpack. Again, not stereotyping. This is just what went through my brain, and I'm admitting it. I'm like, it was a strange place for this kind of homeless dude to be, and he left when he obviously heard me coming in, and I find this backpack kind of chucked off the side of the trail. I don't know. I left it there. But it was a damn nice backpack. But I'm thinking, man, this sucks because it's obviously some girl's backpack that she doesn't have now that I would like to return to her. But I looked and there was no like ID or wallet or anything in there. But I don't know. I think Holmes there had something to do with it. Who knows? What do you guys think? Should I go back and get the backpack? Should I go back at night and get the backpack? I wonder if the backpack's even there now. I wonder if he came back after I left. Or I wonder if whoever stole it, because it was obviously... And then I had the creepy thought of, holy shit, what if there's a dead girl in the woods here somewhere? I even looked around just to make sure. It was just a weird thing. It's like I always find myself in these weird positions. Like, why is there a really nice, almost brand new looking, expensive backpack that probably had $500 worth of makeup and stuff in it? What's it doing on the edge of the bike path in the woods, open? Again, I smell fishery. Janice wants to know if you're muted because I don't hear you.
Yeah, I've been muted. A lot of times people do throw stuff like that after they, get rid of the body, they hide the body, and will then take their personal belongings, make sure there's no identifying things in it, like an ID, this or that. Then they toss it in a different place to kind of throw things off. If they got caught or, seen, it might kind of, but people are kind of lingering around weird. That's with my CSI brain, that's kind of where my head would go.
Yeah.
Is right to that. And where's the girl whose backpack it is, and why isn't she, asking if anybody's seen it? You do have that little kiosk there, right? Like, somebody did find something, they could bring it over to the kiosk and just kind of hang it there.
Oh no, this is an actual golf course, like real golf.
Oh! I thought, okay.
Yeah. I could see that happening at the disc golf course, because there's a lot of like sketchers that used to hang out there, and a few of them still. But yeah, I mean, this is a regular, golf course, like ball golf. So that's why I was saying it was, at the disc golf course. I mean, I see a black homeless dude on a bike over there. Yeah, he could be playing disc golf. I look like a bum. I'm over there playing all the time until I hurt myself so bad that I can't. But I just thought it was a weird place for this guy to be. And he obviously heard me coming and was like, there's only one way in and one way out. And he was coming out. And then right up the path, I find this backpack. And, I stopped on the way out. I'm like,
oh, now your DNA might be on it too. Shh.
I know. I thought that. I'm like, as I was riding away, I'm like, holy shit. Now my fingerprints and shit's all over this thing.
I get freaked out. Like if I'm cleaning my hairbrush out or brushing my hair as I'm in the car and it's brushing. And then one time I like cleaned my hairbrush and I like, let it fly out the window and it hit the barbed wire fence. And I was like, oh, shit. I said, Jeff, stop. He goes, why? I said, go back. I want to go get that hair. So are you shitting me? I said, dude, someone could dump a body right there and right on the fence is a clump of my damn hair. Like, I want to go get my DNA back, man.
Yeah, really. Yeah,
I don't think that's being like racially like profiling. I think that's like suspiciously profiling.
Yeah, it was just a weird place to be. I mean, I've been down that path now several times, and I've never seen anybody other than golfers back there, where they're supposed to be. So it's just weird. But there is woods right there, and yeah, as I was sitting there looking through the back,
Florida, your shit, like people. Go ahead.
I was just saying, as I was sitting there looking through the backpack, then it kind of hit me, and I'm like, kind of looking around. I'm like, oh shit, I hope I don't find a body like here somewhere.
You see buzzards flying.
Young girl.
I mean, decomp happens so quick out there, and you guys have so many places to hide bodies.
Yeah.
Remember, I found that one body by accident. I was helping someone find another body, and the ghosts were helping me on Google Earth, telling me where to go. So I was telling the people with the dogs, go past this gate, go here, yeah, they found a dead body. Just wasn't my body. But it was a dead body. They still did get that hit on the metal detector that we thought might be the gun that went to my body. But the crazy thing about Florida with you guys, because you have so much vegetation. So say like there's a body right here and it's dissolving, all the bodily fluids are getting into the earth. Well, a cadaver dog can actually pick up on it way the hell down this way because the roots carry all the bodily fluids, down that way. It makes it a lot harder for cadaver dogs to find bodies in Florida.
Yeah.
The tree roots, the crap, all that carries all that stuff away. So they do all the soil samples and everything, but
yeah. Yeah, they're honest. Did I call the cops? No, I didn't. But like when I was leaving, I like all this stuff started hitting me. Like, was there a body? It was just somebody that ripped off a backpack and knew.
What you might want to write down the date and the time that did happen in case something comes up. My husband and I were fishing in the back lakes one night. And you get these creepy vibes. You actually have to cross knee-deep water to get to this little island. Well, I kept feeling like we're being watched, and so we're bass fishing and the lights, start to go down. And as we're like, kick our tubes, we get back to the other side or the levee and, we're kicking back. I just had a really creepy ass feeling that something did not feel right. Next day, there was a dead body right on that island. So someone actually was carrying the body out there the same time we're kicking back, and I'm feeling nervous.
Damn.
Watching us leave as they had a body that they went and planted right there.
Jeez.
So, yeah, trust your gut.
Yep.
Write that stuff down just in case.
Maybe they followed me here. Maybe that's what I'm barking at. I'm getting all there.
Better have something on your side.
Always. Within a hand's reach.
Oh, mine's a hops. Mine's a 1-2 hand reach with a slap finger save.
I need to get one of those.
Because it's California. It's a nice though. I can just use I have a key for it, or I just touch it with my finger. It just pops right open.
That's cool.
Because California's laws changed again.
Yeah, Zarian, I totally screwed the pooch on that one because I picked it up and looked all through it. So, yeah. Didn't think. Me, I'm thinking, what if it's full of hundreds?
I'm like thinking about all the makeup. Like, I want some of that makeup.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a bunch in there. And it was all like not cheap makeup. It was all like name brand money,
Yeah, I have no shame. I'll clean some makeup and use other people's makeup. I'm not worried about no pink eye.
Oh, pink eye. Yep, Papa, I got personal defense items all throughout the house. Just in case. I'm one of those crazy gun nuts.
You never know.
And, we'll have that sheriff.
Never know.
So do you have an intruder in the house? You turn them into Swiss cheese. Like, hey, sheriff told me to shoot them.
My boobs can hold the sheath. Oh, it slipped out. Normally they hold the sheath. Wait, here we go. Shit.
Yeah.
And then, of course, my pepper spray I've got here where I can skunk them like a skunk if I'm out walking. And it's just 2 foot, just flip, twist my wrist, and I have a skunk wrist.
Skunk wrist. Yeah, I got
So I want to get some bear spray.
Yeah, bear spray will work. Wasp spray works pretty good.
Wasp spray. Bear spray causes their eyes to convulse, like open to close, like involuntarily. Their nose starts to collapse. They feel like they can't breathe. They panic.
Yeah.
I sent you that video.
Yep.
I think with them in the pot shop. You see how well that was?
Yeah. I've been shot directly in the face, not with bear spray, but with army grade, whatever it is.
Mace.
Mace, yeah. A friend of mine thought it would be funny to, as I walked in the room, blast me in the face with it. What are friends for?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I had snot and spit and shit coming out of
Spicy buggers.
Yeah, I was like, I turned into an instant, I don't know what machine. Like, it was coming out everywhere. It's amazing.
I pepper sprayed myself.
It's amazing how much the human body can, how much snot the human body can produce in a matter of seconds trying to get rid of that shit. I got snot coming out.
to get the feeling, but I've never been mazed.
Yeah, neither one of them are fun.
No, but it's still good to do it and know like what you're dealing with if it happens.
Yeah.
I did get what was my thought.
I shot him in the ass cheek with a BB gun about a week later.
Nice.
Why'd you do that, man? I'm like, why'd you shoot me in the face with mace, man?
How many times you pump it?
It was let's just say it was pumped up to where I couldn't pump it anymore.
To where it was about a 22.
Yeah.
It went through the jeans into the ass.
Oh no, it was right on his ass cheek.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nice.
It was direct meat hit.
Those are good times.
Oh well.
Oh my goodness, it looks like the time. Let me see who we got for Sunday. Sunday.
Yeah, I was surprised I made it through the whole show last Sunday.
I am too. I was so happy.
Maybe my fatigueness is wearing off. Or maybe I just had a good day.
Yeah.
Usually it's around midnight or so, and I'm like,
We posted it 7 hours ago. So we have Leslie Mitchell Clark on Sunday. She's a clinical hypnotherapist who specializes in a number of modalities, including working with individuals who feel they have had experiences with extraterrestrial beings. A lot of you guys will really appreciate this one. Most of this fascinating work, as well as the metaphysical therapies, such as past life and inner life regression, takes place at Leslie's Toronto hypnosis clinic, light work hypnosis. So that should be an interesting one.
should be. Yeah. I wish I could say I woke up and that's why my arm looked like this was from Alien. Nope, it was me being a clumsy shit and busting my ass. Don't, if you're on blood thinners, don't fall down and hurt yourself. That's all I can say from experience. Well, I guess we're officially done for the night. And thanks for hanging out with us as usual. We'll see you Sunday night on Paranormal Soup. And who knows? Have a safe week. Because it's a crazy world we live in. Absolutely.
It's a bad world.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll catch you next time here on Weird Wednesday. Good night.